up by pretty close to Kansas City. So we're driving a little bit east and then south for a few hours, a couple hours anyway. I haven't gone live in a while. Just hadn't had a really good opportunity to go live driving, and haven't really gone too many places other than that last couple of weeks or so. Hadn't really done anything out the shop, so nothing really too much going on for live stream. So this truck had a phone mount set up right in the middle, so I figured, hey, why not just go live? Light rain, nothing too crazy, no thunderstorms or anything, just rain. Deer. Picking the tractor. You know something they didn't. I think any company that puts boxes on trucks, manufactures stuff for truck add-ons and whatnot, I think they should have to post the height of the truck. They do not have that, at least anywhere I can see. I did not ask that, but I mean it's a standard size large box truck, but it's something that I feel should be on every box, especially box trucks, but every bigger truck taller than 9 foot. I know my route is standard bridges and everything, so I don't have a problem with that. Still, it would be nice to know what the height is. Just a truck drive, nothing fancy. What's up? Is that Joseph that I saw? I couldn't really tell. Either Joseph or Nadi. Yeah, this is just a truck drive going through Kansas and Missouri. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. I haven't gone live in a while, so figured I'd pop it on there and go for a drive. Why not? This truck has a phone mount right in the center, so pointing out through the windshield. So it's a good setup. I didn't have to stuff the phone up in the windshield like I have in the past. So I figure I might as well. I haven't done it live in a while. See if I can get a couple more subscribers. I've been sitting at 167-ish for, I don't know, maybe a month now. Pretty much, plus or minus one or two. Not really too focused on that right now, or who knows if I will be anytime. But yeah, I never know what's going to happen. Get a crazy influx of truck drivers subbing, and then I'll be at like 500 next week. Talking to my one person that's watching. Funny how YouTube now, I guess, during lives, they suggest question and answers. Somebody I was watching yesterday there, it popped up, what is your favorite sandwich? I mean, he didn't put it in the question and answer, but that's what popped up. He said that's what popped up on his phone. I just noticed it popped up there, but I didn't see what it was. Just trying to get people to interact, I guess, on YouTube. The more interaction, the better off everybody is, I guess. Yeah, nothing too exciting, so I'm not expecting anybody to really stick around, but I suppose if you're bored, want to see a little bit of scenery, there's a little bit here to see. Not just yet, but once we make the turn off at 10, well, 435. Pretty good scenery for a couple of stretches. Kansas isn't completely flat. up this way. Drive, Kansas. I'm in Kansas right now, not for very long. Then gonna hook over south of Kansas City and then head south in Missouri. About a couple hour drive, just going live. I hadn't been live in a little while. Figured I would. The truck had a setup for it, and it's just pretty straightforward drive. Nothing too crazy going on. Be some pretty good scenery here in about, I don't know, maybe half an hour or so. Got some pretty good scenery going heading south for a little while. That's really about it. Got some little rain showers right now. Looks like we're probably going to drive out of it, most likely. No thunderstorms, no storm chasing this time. Just rain. Nothing, I haven't seen any lightning or anything, so it's pretty light rain. I was hoping for some good thunderstorms, maybe some storm chasing after work or something like that, but I don't think we're going to be getting anything heavy. basic drive. This is an easy-going stretch of road that I'll be going for a couple hours. Heading south, pretty much from Kansas City area. Usually not too much traffic. The roads are pretty decent. Some pretty good hills. Can't really count them as mountains, but it's pretty good hills. First part of the drive. The second half is pretty flat for the most part. A couple of little rivers and things, so stuff to look at least for me anyway. Anybody new isn't here. I do drives, I do hiking, walks. Not really intense hiking just yet. I want to. I need to. Once the weather cools down, I'll be doing some camping. I'll probably put some of those videos up on there. Maybe do a live camping stream at some point. But there's some good storms. I'll chase the storms around, try and get some good views on that. Do some woodworking here and there. Don't do as much as I should, but it's also really freaking hot, so I hadn't really been out in the shop very much. I have a little air conditioner, but it doesn't keep up with it, so. Does more of that once it cools down. I was almost going to be at the NASCAR race this past weekend, but kind of last minute decided not to go. Got a pretty good project at the house that I want to probably take some video of. I don't know about lives, maybe, but probably just videos so I can edit them up and make it into a somewhat decent video. I got a few projects around the house. One, I want to expand the carport, have an awning over the shed entrance. So that's a pretty good sized project I'd like to do sooner than later. Give me a little spot to sit in the backyard, watch the birds. I've got a few bird videos. I just posted a little one, a little short, a little while ago, a couple hours ago. Maybe not even that long ago. Posted a little short of cardinal. It's like the male and female cardinal produced a male from what it looks like. It's the first time I've seen him on the feeder. So just before I left work this morning, I got a little video of him eating some of the birds there. So that's pretty cool catching him. I don't think I've ever seen a young cardinal I actually had to look it up because I was pretty sure they weren't red initially, but just to confirm that, basically, and just to kind of see what this guy looked like, and it wasn't making sure it wasn't another female, because the females are most brown, a little bit of red and black. That's what he looked like initially, but then when I look closer, you can see the red crest and pretty predominantly red tail. So quite certain. Quite certain that it is. It's a cool little tunnel. Quite certain it's a young male. So that's cool. And another male cardinal in the area. You know, those female cardinals look really cool. You check out Norm. Everybody knows Norm. He has his feeders. I've seen the cardinals showing up pretty regularly still. They'll stay around all year long. But on his feeder, I think we counted 30 different types of birds once. I think it was, the one there was like 26 or 28 or something. I think it was 28. That's pretty crazy. I have maybe a dozen. I counted them one day as well. At the peak, I think I had like a dozen different birds. shoulder to the right, but no, it's a standard layout. I'm in a big truck, so. It's a standard highway lane. Some more rain again, possibly. I forget the standard. I used to know that. The standard width of a lane is 9 feet. I forget. That's a good gurgle question. It's weird too, I guess just the type of camera that's on the phone. Driving down the highway, it seems like I'm going 35 miles an hour. I'm going down a little side road. Going down a little side road, it makes it look like you're going 80 miles an hour when you're going 25 miles an hour. Chintzy way to name your roads. It's like you don't want to think of actual names. Let's just number our roads or streets. Why not? All the other names are taken. Let's just name it a number. Hold on, I got a phone call. I'm still here. Oh, I lost my one person. Dang it. Apparently, the one person I was possibly watching wasn't paying attention because I said I would be right back. But whatever. That's the circle of death for you. farmers' fields look like they've gotten some pretty good rain over the last couple of months. Everything is really nice and green. I mean, they have irrigation, of course, too. I know we've gotten good rain here, so they probably haven't had to use irrigation. Everything is looking mighty fine out in these farmers' fields. Should have a pretty decent crop this year. Not that we see the effects of that too much, unless it's like crazy stupid drought. Everything dies, lose half the fields, but I guess they just make a little extra money when their stuff is good. Oh, look, it's Christmas trees. I don't know if you can see them on the right. Christmas tree farm. They got a lot of trees. It's not too far away. It'd be pretty cool drive to go get a live Christmas tree. It's a little bit of I imagine there's maybe something closer, but I'm not much into the live tree. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think I've ever gotten. I have to think about that. I don't think I've ever gotten a live Christmas tree. I've gotten with other people to get live Christmas trees. I don't know. I guess I just see it as just messy and not worth it. Just go with the fake and change up the ornaments a little bit each year. Probably saw that hawk, right? Anybody see that hawk that just flew by? I don't know if there's anybody in here when that hawk flew by about 20 seconds ago. It's kind of cool. Just a super light rain. I mean, it's barely even, it's not puddling at all. It's just really light rain. Just enough rain to keep it the first or second notch of windshield wiper. Obviously, I don't. I don't have anybody watching. It's a noisy chair. I was picking up a brand new truck, but it's not brand new. It's not bad. It's only got 135,000 miles on it, which is not much for a truck. Is my video okay? Is it clear? Or is it pixelated? It looks, from what I can tell, looks perfectly clear. But hey, what's up, Grumpy? Thanks for popping in. It's been a long minute since I've seen you. I haven't, it says see you in one of my lives, but I haven't been live much at all lately, so. And then you were gone for like a month or two, and so I know you did pop in one of mine once, I think, but I mean I just got started, so I want to say it's one of my first couple of lives or something. Anyway, what's up, man? Looks good. That's what. This truck just happened to have a phone mount right in the center of the dashboard. I just hadn't had an opportunity to go live with a good phone mount. I didn't really, last several times I've driven solo, I didn't really want to put it up in the windshield like I have a few times. So I was like, well, this is like 2.5 hour drive, why not? I'll go live. I hadn't gone live in a while. Maybe snatch up a couple of subscribers or something. Because I know my algorithm probably isn't all that great. I've been sitting at like 160 something subscribers for pretty good, a little bit, like now a month to month. So I'll get one here and there and then lose one or two. Gain another one or two, so I've just been kind of sitting. My last live I did with the trains, I gained a few people with that one. Train community is pretty cool. I've been watching a lot of train stuff lately, so I've gotten a few subs from there. There's just some really cool train guys out there that have some really cool videos. Really good videos of that big boy lately. They finished their cross country tour, I believe, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, what's up, apes? I was just telling him I hadn't gone live in a while, and I got a 2.5 hour total, so not, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half still drive basically from Kansas City to Joplin. So I figured why not? I hadn't been live in a while, so I just go live until get closer. I hadn't even seen what the battery's doing. I hate to even check, you know, like those touch your phone and it's like, oh no, you're touching your phone, don't do that. Still have like 60%, so it ate up some of my battery juice a little while ago when I uploaded got the Cardinal video edited. I mean, it is very minimal editing on that one. Just added a couple of pictures at the beginning and end. Called it good. It was under 3 minutes, so I just threw it up as a short. Uploading that and everything, and chewed my battery life down a little bit. So, thanks for stopping in. Oh, well, I'm surprised. I think I saw you said you lost 7. Yeah, I'm surprised that. Surprised it's not more than that. It's good. It's at least 7, I think. That's a pretty good amount of time to be away. You know, if people don't, there's mile 111, mile marker 111, and dang that one just gets me every time. Yeah, you know, because people don't go in and interact with you after they subscribe. You know, just get distracted. I mean, I'm sure we're all guilty of it. Get distracted and never get back to it. And it's like, oh yeah, hey, I'm not subscribed to you. Oops. You know, of course, there's your core, like 20 or 30 people that you look at regularly. Got them locked in or whatever. I've gotten a few, I think, just about every time I go on a decent live. I've never tried the vertical, so that's, I mean, I only have my, well, I guess you can do it with your phone. I've never tried it. I don't even know what to click on to go vertical. I've never tried it. I'll eventually give it a whirl, I guess, but I hadn't really been too concerned about it. At least not right now, anyway. Thanks for stopping in. There's not a whole lot going on this drive. It's got some decent scenery. I want to say maybe in possibly about a half an hour, maybe a little less. Like you can see some of the rocks, you know, some of where they cut the road out and stuff like that right here. So you got some decent scenery right here. It's just, of course, harder to see on the camera than it is driving. But you know, I would say the next, I guess now for the next probably 45 minutes. Some pretty decent scenery. There's some pretty cool looking clouds right there, but it's still nothing. I mean, there's no lightning or thunder or anything, so it's just some light rain. But that's a pretty cool, almost like a little header right there, but it's not. It's just a small little foot cloud. Nothing exciting. It looks cool though. well, I mean, me personally, I understand, I just, especially when you're doing well, you have a lot of subscribers, and doing a lot of content and stuff. You don't really have time to go out and watch everybody's videos, all that. So I mean, you do what you can do. Just go and pop in and say hi and throw the like up there, and try and help the good old algorithm out. Especially me being just rinky-dink little 160 subscribers. I definitely don't expect anything. I don't expect people to be showing up, sticking around for a long time. You got your own stuff to do. It's like when people start talking about, and I know you've had this conversation. People start talking about. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Dang it, that was quick. Viewers and stuff, but I know I was going somewhere with that. I keep getting squirrels. Like I saw a couple of. I thought they were hawks, but they were just buzzards over here. So I guess I'm kind of distracted. Shouldn't be, but I get distracted by birds and nature and stuff. Yeah, not showing up to people's lives and spending a lot of time. I know everybody's pretty much talked about that. And I think for the most part, especially people with considerable amount of subscribers understands that you're not going to have, you'll have your, like I said, your core group. It's going to pretty much be at every single live, or not every single, but almost all your lives. And, you have a pretty good deal going in the morning, because there's not very many people up that early. So, you have, it's a good little niche right there, because people getting up ready for work, and that's what I do, if I think about it. Or if I don't get up early enough, I need a little extra sleep, then I won't. I'll just sit down and snooze a couple of times, get up and go, but I usually try to jump on there. That's the other thing too, is you're not always going to get everybody to say anything either. We got a lot of lurkers out there. That's all right. I've told many people that I feel I'm more of a right now, I'm not thinking we're gonna go anywhere with YouTube. I don't think who knows if we'll ever get monetized. I'm not really focused on that. Maybe I should, but I just like going out to other people's, watching other videos. Like I said, especially the trains lately, since that's been on my mind, seeing Big Boy in Kansas City. I've been watching a lot of train stuff lately. I've always been fascinated with them. So, watched a lot of that. Like I mentioned earlier, once it cools off, I'll be doing some more hiking and camping. I haven't done a camping video yet, but I'd like to do a camping video and/or live. Definitely gotta wait for it to cool down, because I'd be freaking miserable. Anything really above 80 degrees. I mean, I guess during the day that's okay. At nighttime, if it's 80 degrees, I'd be miserable. not a whole lot to see, I'm sure, on the camera, but kind of off in the distance, you can see some pretty good sized hills. Of course, a lot of trees. I'm thinking that they might not have tightened down an air fitting or something, because it seems like it's loosened, but it is a box truck. It's nice and heavy now, so that suspension, I'm sure, probably drains a bunch of air. Yeah, there's a really cool barn right there to the right. Old school barn. Probably been around for, I don't know, maybe, who knows, a couple hundred years possibly. It's an old barn. It's been refurbished, it looks like, recently. 100 years anyway. It's a really pretty area right here. You can see the hill to the right. Close to Butler, and some of you might have heard in the news not very long ago that a skydiver plane that crashed killed 12 people. That's close to here, not too far. It is Butler, Missouri. It'd be a really cool place to skydive. Like, you have a lot to look at on your way down. Like skydiving, wise. So that was a sad deal. I haven't looked lately to see if they found the exact cause to that. I know there's some speculation of he obviously didn't have enough airspeed, and they are thinking that the pilot maybe tried to turn towards the road, just didn't have enough airspeed, stalled, basically fell sideways. Yeah, so I don't know. I hadn't heard if they've had any more details on that. But I'm pretty certain it's either one or two times they flew before that flight. So, it had already gone up. And they were full of fuel. So that was one concern, but not really, because they had filled up earlier. So it shouldn't be an issue. Pretty certain they said that it's known that the guy did sump the fuel tanks. Sump all the sumps anyway. There's usually a minimum of 3. So they're pretty certain it's not fuel related. I don't think it's engine related, but I would imagine it's too hard to tell now. But from what I heard, the preliminary stuff they found initially didn't seem to be engine related. It's good when you do cool local stuff, and it's a really good place for everybody to come in and meet up, hang out first thing in the morning.
State income tax and personal property tax, which is freaking ridiculous. I can't stand that. I know there's a few states around that still do that crap, but it's insane. You buy a vehicle, pay taxes on it, and then you gotta freaking pay taxes every single year on that same freaking vehicle that you pay taxes on when you bought it. It's just insane. I can't stand that. Tax, I mean, that is what it is, but there's so many other states that don't have it, and those states are thriving. So I believe these states that still have income tax and still have property tax, they're just behind. gotta pay it, or, they'll come after you. So that's a pretty big deal on the next ballot. There's two of them, but like I said, I haven't checked into it. I need to. There's two of them. One of them I think has to do mostly with income tax and personal property tax, I believe. And I think the other one has to do with sales tax, if I'm not mistaken. But I know there's two of them out there, so there's, radio ads and signs and everything like that, of course, all over the place, going both directions, pulling you both directions. I think it's funny, the ones that are no, they play this just trap music and this guy with this super deep voice, and, just try and just make you feel miserable that you cannot vote yes, you have to vote no. It's like the worst thing in the whole world to vote no, or to vote yes. Yes means you have to vote no. Yes. I heard it earlier today, and I was like, so, of course, the other end, I hadn't heard one for yes yet, but I imagine that one for yes is probably got happy-go-lucky music. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Choose yes. Everything is peachy. I always thought that's funny. But I would go the peachy route, because that's the way it needs to be. These freaking states are screwing everybody. Pretty sure. I don't think Florida doesn't have income tax, do they? I know Florida's very similar to Texas, with a lot of things. Weather, including weather. Very similar state. They just have much better. Oh, that's a cool house over there. You probably didn't see it. It's like a log cabin. Like with the corners, like a log cabin and everything. It's really cool. There's somebody's bear mailbox. It's about a 5-foot carved bear for a mailbox. Yeah, Florida, man, they got the beaches. Texas beaches suck. I mean, going down to Corpus, South Padre, Corpus, a little better, not much. South Padre, a little better. But it's still not Florida beaches. It's been a freaking fat minute since I've been to Florida. Can't even remember. 2009, I think. I want to say 2009 was the last time I went to Florida. Something like that. I think it's 2013. I went in 2000. I think I went in 2008. 2013, maybe. Something like that. Poor old raccoons don't have a chance on these roads. I hadn't really seen very much roadkill need this weather to cool down. Get outside. Being cooped up inside as much as I have lately is not good. Seems like I have a few headaches that need to get out there and do some more walking around. I haven't done a lot of that lately. It's just been so hot. More sprinkles. Little Osaki River. It's Osage, but I like to say Osaki. Soldier Road. Man, be a good time for Soldier to show up. I think I took it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I did. Took a picture of this sign the last time I came this last time I went to get a truck from here. I was going to post it on his channel, but I forgot about it. Look at that old Soldier Road. I don't know what happened there. I didn't even realize it cut. Oh. I was probably talking and nobody was hearing the thing I was saying. I don't know how long it was off stream. I wasn't looking at the phone for quite a while. I guess it went offline for a second. I was right in the middle of town, so I don't know why I would have done that. Maybe a YouTube thing. No activity, so YouTube's like, this guy, no activity, I'm gonna cut him for a minute. Airport to the right. I should go that way. It's a pretty nice baseball complex over there. Driveabout. Good old town Driveabout. Well, it would have made it a little nicer if it was Friday instead of Thursday. That's for sure. Nice easy drive to take up the whole day for Friday, but oh well. Just get after it tomorrow. There's a nice view right there, but you don't get to see it. It's off to my left. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Gas monkey garage. See, we still got some hills going on here. It's still pretty nice area. I didn't even look to see what the time was to get back. I didn't notice what time it started. It's such an easy drive. I didn't even look at it. First, just to check. probably can't see it to the left. There's an old building, old brick building. I would guess. It's really hard to see. It's got two different colors of red brick on it, but the entry is that really thick stone that you see in a lot of the old bank, or not banks, well banks too, but the old post offices. That kind of sandstone looking, really thick stone. Just that whole entry, a couple of feet wide, a couple of feet thick. But it's just an old building chilling on the side of the road, getting overgrown with vines and stuff. All the windows are busted out. Deer Road. Wonder how many deer are on that road. How many deer have been taken on that road? What's up, people? I'm just going on a drive. I'm in Missouri now, so just probably another, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. And just going on a drive, picking up a truck. I haven't gone live in a while, so thought I'd jump on here, let people see some scenery. There's a church to the left. Pretty cool little church there. All white steeple on the top of it. It's pretty cool. It's an old school church. So just going on a nice easy drive. It was raining earlier, just some light rain. There's still, I guess, a little chance of it coming up. It's a little bit to the right. Possible light rain, but looks like we're pretty good. Nothing too exciting, 'cause it's just a work trip, so A to B, really stops in between, so a little bit boring, obviously, because that count just goes right up and then right back down. Swipe, 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 next. Quite a few little streams and rivers, creeks like the Cherokee Creek. Quite a few along this stretch. I mean, there's a lot in Missouri. There's a ton of them. I mean, they're all, a lot of them are really pretty small. Still quite a lot of them here in Missouri. There's enough. Almost mountains, tall hills to create some good streams and small rivers. I almost thought that I'd see some deer along this trip, but I didn't see a single one. Cooled off some. It's 85 degrees right now. But just yesterday it was 95 at this time. Depending on where you were, because there's rain pockets all over Missouri.
places were around 95. Yeah, I thought I would have seen some deer out enjoying the cooler weather. Didn't see a single one. There's a whole family right there that didn't make it across the street. The farm, it says. Can't see a man on the trees. Bunch of little guys didn't make this trip here. Why did the rack cross the road? It never did. What? I know that was pretty bad. That's about all I've seen though. Just raccoons. Raccoons. I think I just realized that. It's a little late to realize it now. I keep thinking that we're on 49. We're not. If we're on 49, we'd be in Missouri. It just dawned on me because the freaking numbers. They like the number streets here in Kansas. I think there's a couple of times I said we're in Missouri. We are not in Missouri. We are still in Kansas, Toto. I've driven that 49 stretch from Kansas City to job many times. It just was not registering in my head until just now. So, yes, we are still in Kansas, Toto. But just barely. We're just barely in Kansas. I can't believe nobody corrected me on that. What the heck? I know, you all have one person that's lurking and not correcting. Not everybody that would be watching me would really know the difference anyway. Unless they looked at the signs as I passed by.
pesky little rain, just enough to streak up the windshield. Especially with crappy windshield wipers. I probably can't see the little things in the highline wires right there going across. Probably can't see it to the left. There's a couple, I don't even know what they are, like connections or something on the wires. First time I took this trip this way, I thought that it was further over. There's more of those things. I thought it was an airplane. I was all excited as an airplane the first time I seen that. I thought it was a crop duster because they're right by the farm fields and stuff. Not a crop duster. Fire station over there. I don't think I saw the fire station sign. It's like a bigger building though, so they might put it out there. It's quite the retention pond right there. What do I ask for? Three of them. Unincorporated, it says. A bunch of slackers. Oh, I'm just the most boring person on YouTube. I had like a whole 6 comments or something. Gyroard. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Well. What? What do you want? Your cool glasses. Pit license plate. Look at all the pretty flowers. All I don't know why I have those songs stuck in my head. Can't live for you. I know. Super exciting. Just a little truck drive. Still in Kansas. I mistakenly said Missouri earlier. I was thinking I was on 49. I was not. I am not 49. If I was on 49, headed the same direction from the same place, basically, I would be in Missouri. But I'm just over the border in Kansas. There's a big place over here. Not really sure what that's all about. I guess they have 4th of July celebration or something like last weekend. So they're just now cleaning it up, I guess. They put it out. I think they're, I don't know. And it looks like they're all up. Everything's up. I think it's like a dog track. Something. I don't know. I'm confused. It's an event center, but I don't know. They don't have very good signage on what is going on there. Or what's going on. So maybe I'm just mistaken. What's going on? Maybe that has been signs. Squeak, 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 squeak. This chair is very annoying. I didn't think about jacking it all the way up to maybe counteract that. I probably should have done that in the first place, but now I'm like way up high in my seat. But it's cooler than squeakage. Copper, copper, times 2. Wilderness Park. That sounds fun. This sounds wild. Get it? Wilderness, wild, wilderness. No. So. Yeah. Move. Is this where that restaurant is? Burnt? Yeah. To the left, there's a restaurant that must have had like a. I don't know. I don't think it's a kitchen fire because it's right in the front. Maybe there. It probably was. Yeah. This is the right side is a restaurant. It's seating. And then, yeah, so they probably had a kitchen fire. Oh, I think I gotta turn right. You little turkey.
You're a punk. Jack monkey. Good old AB freaking F. Slow down just a little bit. No. Turkey. I just gave him a good old beaner smile. Just like he deserved. Big mining scooper thingy over there on the right. It's got a big old 250 with the people sign on it. It's pretty cool. That's something I don't know really anything about, like mining and cranes and stuff. What are you slowing down for? You little trying to make me stop at that light? I see what you're trying to do, freaking turkey. There's some gophers. Where's Moya? Is he out there beating up on some people at this little golf course? Making some money. Pretty cool little mini golf place. I say nobody don't call it golf anymore. Mini golf place back there. Yeah, just taking a cruise, getting closer to destination. Still got a little bit to go. Oh, I don't know, maybe half an hour. Turning anyway. Freaking punk. Yeah, just pretty much in Missouri. Just a little ways up. Go by the airport here shortly. You won't be able to really see it, but it's a cool little airport. I used to have air shows there, but I guess since they had two incidents at separate times, I believe, separate events, I believe. One was the Shockwave. A lot of people know who the Shockwave is. They were at all kinds of air shows all over the U.S., maybe more. I don't know if they went other nights. Maybe went up to Canada, down to Mexico as well, probably, but. Yeah, this Joplin, I didn't know this, but Joplin was where he had his last show. Doing the Shockwave, going the jet truck, jet engine truck, put on a performance, had typically an aerobatic airplane fly above. They basically raced each other down the runway. Staged, of course, but you know. It's fun. Anyway, I didn't know it was Shockwave. Oh, man. Brake hot, hard. That was weird. I wanted to stop.
Anyway, yeah, this is Joplin Airport is where he had his last show. And then I guess there was another, there's a local guy. The family still does air shows. They were at Oshkosh last week. Franklin, I believe it's Franklin Air Shows, if I'm not mistaken. What happened there? Somebody told me about that the other day. I didn't know anything about it, but they were doing their skit where they have a person on top of the wing, and I want to say that I don't think they hit each other, but the person, which I guess was the dad, I believe, was on the wing. Something happened, so I don't remember if that was it or the two planes hit each other. Maybe that was it. The two planes hit each other. One landed, was okay, but the other one had two people, one on the wing, or was going up on the wing maybe, and then the pilot. So that family's still doing it. They have a different airplane. They do one of those skits. Some of you might have seen. They do. It's typically. I think it's a Cub. Yeah, it's a Cub because I wanted to model my RC plane after his Cub. I sent him an email. He never responded. Because I wanted to model it just exactly like his. But they do a skit with his plane where it's usually he's running around acting like he's been drinking, and like the lady's wife or whatever is chasing him down, telling him he can't go flying, and so they go run out on the runway, and they have somebody that has a vest on and is going after him, trying to catch him, and he goes and runs out to his airplane that's I think sometimes already running. He jumps in it or fires it up real quick, jumps in it, takes off, but he goes all over the runway and goes all crazy and touches the wingtip on the runway. Once he gets airborne, he just goes all over the place acting like he's drunk, and comes down, swoops at the runway, and goes in, lands on one wheel, touches the wingtip and stuff like that. Anyway, I've seen videos on it. I don't think I've seen one in person, but he's local. He's basically the next town over, and he does air shows. That family does air shows all over. I think it's just that skit is pretty much all they do now. Oh yeah, look, there's a deer. There's a buck. It's like a 8-point. I don't know if you saw it. Man, if I'd have known it was that easy to twist that camera deal, I would have shown you some more stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I think they basically just do that one skit pretty much everywhere they go. Man, I wish I had seen those deer a little sooner. I just hadn't seen a single one. That one had a lot of velvet on his antlers. Oh, well, I can't talk. I don't know if y'all have seen my Heavener video. It's got that albino buck. He pretty much got all his velvet scraped off of his horns. That was a weird looking dude. But if you haven't seen it, I got all kinds of videos. I got airplane videos, I got hiking videos, I got different stops, historical marker videos, shorts and long form. If you want to check out the long form, there's a couple of shorts that I have that I think specifically say check out the full video. You can watch a little longer, like the Haha Tonka place that I stopped at. I've got a short on it, but I also have a longer video of walking up to it, a little longer video of it actually, looking at both the spots there at that park. So anyway,
subscribe. And I mean, subscribe, of course, is a little more important than the like. Anyway, yeah. So there's all different kinds of videos I have. That's why I like to call it a variety show. So I try and look into all kinds of things, drives and walks and storm chasing, and I think I've got a couple of videos on some deer. I have that one trail video, walking through a trail. I saw a turkey and 2 deer. The mama deer snorted at me, barked at me, I like to call it, barked at me. So I've got all different kinds of stuff. If y'all want to subscribe and check out some stuff, and if you're subscribed, hit that bell to all, and you can see when some videos pop up. I like to take videos of different birds and things. I've got a couple of things that I took a really short video of a hawk, and I just saw it when I was scrolling through my pictures and stuff earlier. I don't even remember where it was. But yeah, it was a hawk, and I was just chilling out on I think a power line or something. So I got a little video clip of it. I don't even remember what the clip is. I have to look at it again. But yeah, all different kinds of things. I've got a couple of feeders, so I get to catch a few of the local birds that stick around, and the ones that pass through as well. I had an oriole this spring. Some goldfinches. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's a dragon mailbox. I don't think you're able to see it. Couldn't twist it down enough. Anyway, so I had quite a few or so different birds on my feeders, and I just put them up this spring, so hopefully there'll be more this fall, and then even more this coming up spring. But what was some of the other ones I had? I mean, I regularly have flicker. What's the other ones that I have? Sparrow, smaller ones. Sparrow, house finch. I had woodpecker, but I haven't seen that woodpecker around. That's great for it. Of course, the cardinals. Robins, cowbirds, stupid, nasty, freaking birds that I'm not even going to mention. I haven't seen many of those around lately, but I've been chasing them down, throwing rocks at them and stuff, so they don't like me too much, so that's good. I don't want them around anyway. Starlings, there, I mentioned it. Those are just nasty crap birds. What else do I have there? There's a couple of pigeons. They don't come over to my feeder, but I see them flying around the next street over. Kind of weird. I don't know if maybe they found somebody that's feeding them what they like. I'm not really sure. They don't hang out. They don't come up, hang out on my roof or anything.
have another video of a flicker. they're a type of woodpecker basically, and I got a video of it pecking at the plastic fence post. That was pretty cool. I don't think it'd be getting any bugs out of that. Bag. I know Norm has those, but I can't remember if I got one. I thought I did, but just very short amount of time. Over here to the left is a freaking brand spanking new solar field. I'm just getting the panels put up on it now. It's probably, I don't know, 100 acres of solar panels. But hey, it's worth it, you know. All that time and money, use fuel they're burning to get that stuff out there every time they go out to fix it. And then once they break down, what do you do with them? Speaking of that, I mentioned it in I think one of my last lives. I passed by, I think it was 2 lives ago maybe. I passed by a parking lot for like, I don't know if this is an airport parking lot or something, which I thought was a great idea for solar panels. So you use gigantic, I say gigantic solar panels. Solar panels, but they're huge, covers for parking, like at airport parking. That's a perfect use for that. There's a car track right here, drag strip on the other side of the trees. You might be able to pick it out. I'm trying to slow down. I think it's 55 anyway. I'm going a little bit over that. So yeah, there's a drag strip. Mocan drag strip. Dragway. This is 1962. I've never been there. I told myself I'll go at some point, but just hadn't made it yet. I'm sure I will at some point. Anyway, the solar panels, that's a great idea. Like airport parking, just make the covers solar panels. Even if they fail, they're still good covers. Why not? If they fail, you can't fix them. They're still good covers. So I think that would be the way to go for solar panels. In these fields. Because once they're done, you can't do anything with them. And these farmers are selling their shit to solar panel companies, solar companies, wind turbine companies and stuff. Those wind turbines, those would be even worse than solar panels. That stuff is crazy. Solar panels, but just proper use, not taking up. I know it's the farmers that are selling them, so it's them that's selling their farmland for it. But you know, like I don't like like residential roofs, and I get it. But I know a couple of people that have gone that route, but they either paid a big chunk of money right at the very beginning, or they're slowly paying that big chunk of money year after year, and it's going to be 10 years before they even see any kind of benefit. So most likely they won't even be in that house in 10 years. So. I don't really like the idea of it being on residential roofs, because you have fire, and then that's a whole other obstacle in itself for the firefighters fighting that fire. And then again, once they go bad, what do you do with them? Oh, you see that? I thought that was corn, but it's not. I can't think of the name of it. It looks like corn, but it has a bigger top to it. It starts with a G, I believe. There's another. I don't know if you can see it. So that's whatever that. It's like yesterday I was saying it's like a kind of like a molasses or something. I'm pretty sure it starts with a G. So there was that, and then there's the regular corn. Yeah, we don't have a train going down. Going down the same speed as us. But I can't think of the name of that. I'm pretty sure it starts with a G. But it looks just like corn, but it's shorter. Like the leaves and everything look just like corn. Then the tops, I think there's some kind of like seed or something top, but it's like a taller stalk at the top of it. And I know I Googled searched it yesterday and it came right up. And now I can't remember what the name of it was. And it's saying that it's very drought tolerant, so a lot of farmers go to it if they know that it's going to be heavy drought. It's going to be heavy drought. Apparently, it's pretty good for sales as well. So it's a good backup to corn. Can't think of the name of it. Glauma something. Thanks for coming in, whoever's here. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, here's a really cool, let's slow down for this one. I don't really have anybody behind me anyway. Just my chase driver. He'll be alright. So this bridge is really cool. I don't know. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Train bridge. That thing is cool. Man, I don't think it's too dark. I don't know what the heck the deal is with my phone. I have to go back and check my videos afterwards as well, but it seems like it's really dark. And I've clicked on it to try and brighten it up like that. So it brightens up, and then it goes back to dark. Right there, bam, it just goes back to dark. And there's there's not a way for me to keep it right there. It just goes right back. It's not like when you're on your camera, you click it and then click the lock thing on the top. You can't do that. So yeah, I guess you totally missed that train bridge, unfortunately. It's a pretty cool bridge. All rusted out. Not rusted out, but just an old bridge. That'd probably be a cool spot to do some train watching. Some bridge and get some train footage of them going through the bridge. Might have to do that one of these days. Dang, I went from like 8 to 1. That's crazy. I guess people don't like trains as much as me. Beaches. That was cool. I saw that buck back there. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Calm down. Don't leave. Calm down. It's just spam. But yeah, that was cool that I saw that buck back there. Hopefully it came out on the camera, but I doubt it because since it goes dark all the time, I probably couldn't even see him. Sky comes up to the trees and just goes dark because it's so smart. Side takes you back to some fishing, I believe, a good fishing spot maybe. Little river. So I can slow down a little bit maybe. It's called Center Creek. You probably couldn't see it. There's a little back road that takes you down there. Quite a bit. Yeah, we're in Missouri now. I think we crossed the actual border a few miles back. Airport Drive, population 698. It's weird that that's the name of a city. Airport Drive. It's very weird. For sale. That's a nice little house. It's right on the road. Welcome. Wait, this is welcome. Village of. Not welcome. You're not welcome. Obviously, we're slowing down, so we're getting close. We still got another at least 10 minutes. Going. 10 minutes getting all the way across town. All the way across town. So far. So there's the airport. Probably won't be able to see it at all. There's a whole house they split in half to deliver it. Fallen tree. Yeah, you can't see it. I'm not gonna disconnect the phone just to show you. So this field right here, kind of interesting. When they had the big tornado here in Joplin, that was FEMA. They like poured the little road, temporary roads. You see the road there? They poured temporary roads and everything. For the FEMA trailers. So that whole field right there is just stuffed full of FEMA trailers for the after the big tornado. The big tornado, I like to call it hurricanes. Just hurricane. And the damage more like a hurricane than a tornado. But it got all rebuilt. Seems like it's kind of back to how it was now. There's a few houses that were torn up and torn down or rebuilt or whatever. A couple of buildings that were involved in it. It's pretty much all been rehabbed from a big tornado. It's a long drive. Oh, ho, ho. Nice signal. Turn your signal on. Now you're turning. Oh, I don't know if they're turning or not. Oh, that one is.
The old little town, Old Joplin. Oh, did I miss the sign? Oh no, sorry. Web City. Wrong city. We're not in Joplin yet. The old little town of Web City. Right next to Joplin. They kind of get merged into each other because you have the Joplin Airport. It's kind of really on the edge of Joplin and Web City, pretty much. And then that airport airport Drive City. It's kind of right on the edge of Airport Drive City and Web City. Uh-oh. Oh, that was cool. Somebody didn't see the ditch. That's funny. I wish I had seen that sooner and moved my camera over. I don't think you'll saw that. Somebody didn't see the ditch, which has concrete edges, culverts and everything on the edges. It's all concreted and everything with a curb. They were totally on top of the curb, on the edge, above the ditch. That was something special right there. There's Joplin. Population 50,150 and a half. I know, it's just so funny. So funny that nobody even wants to talk or chat. That's okay. I'm driving anyway, so. Over here, there's some tornado damage. Snow breeze down. There's some more stuff right there. That was tornado, I don't know. That's the one that I have video of, and a short, for some crazy freaking reason that's only getting like 40 views, 50 views or some crap. It's like you can see the tornado forming in the distance, and it's like getting no traction whatsoever. It's so weird. I can have 1,600 views on a cedar shelf, but an actual tornado an actual tornado form, it only has like 40, 50 views. I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense. And I think I deleted it, changed the title or something on it, and reposted it. It's the first time I think it only had like 30 something views. I was like, that's just insane. I mean, it says tornado forming right on the front of it at the very beginning. I think across the whole thing, it's just short. And then I reposted it, and it still only did like 50, 60 or something. It's just weird. It's like YouTube knows that it wasn't doing good, and then it's like, I'll still make it do not good. And this cool person on their cell phone while they're driving, like hand in hand. Well, it's cool if you want to have your phone on your thing, like when you're staying, like I do, not interacting with it directly. And green light. There's a big difference between that and having it in your hand while it's a green light.
Oh, no, okay. Alright. 10 and 2, come on. 10 and 2. You obviously can't multitask. 10 and 2. Oh, she's creeping over again, maybe. Oh, come on, back. It's an older car, so definitely, I'm pretty certain it doesn't have the stay in the lane feature. I like to make fun of those people. I mean, I really like to make fun of them, but it's really more than that. Because if you can't, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. First place. But if you are doing it and you can't do both at the same time, you just need to throw the damn thing in the back seat. And I like it when people come up all the time. They come up to this railroad crossing and park right underneath the arms. Like, just all the freaking time. Is crazy. Like, and you can't even really see if there's a train coming from the left. Old Carino's closed down, and now it's going to be a place called Taste of Italy. Apparently, it's a place over in Carthage, Missouri. I don't know if they're making the second one or just moving it over to here. I would say it'd probably benefit more over here, more people. Obviously, more business. Typically, Joplin can be kind of harsh on restaurants, kind of like my little hometown, Deer Park. Can be a little bit harsh on little restaurants, but I think I'm going to stop. I noticed get on the brakes a little bit. It don't like that. But I guess that's normal for a big old heavy thing. I can only imagine when it's loaded. So, anywho, thanks for hanging out. I'm not too far from ending this live stream, so if anybody in here is not subscribed to me, subscribe and check out some of my other stuff. I got all different kinds of stuff. It's a variety channel. From airplanes to trains to automobiles to woodworking stuff to birds to storm chasing and maybe a little bit everything in between. Not really. That's pretty much it. Oh, what the heck? I think my phone is about to die. I thought it was completely that. Anyway. So I'm going to call it right there. I don't know. I don't think I can even see. I have a way to charge it. Can't even see my screen, so I'm going to try and hit the little X up there and call it good right here. So thanks for stopping in. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my other videos. I got all kinds of stuff to watch. Toodles.